Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and we're back with another episode of Redline Tuesday. This one is episode 10, and hey, episode 10, we've done a decade worth of Redline Tuesdays. No, I don't think that's what that means. Anyway, this one is by FlamelessNight, boop, who is a friend of mine, on DeviantArt, and also another YouTuber, Let's Draw person, and I will put her YouTube link up. I'm pretty sure it's just FlamelessNight as well on YouTube. And this one has 2 characters, and I've only got about an hour, so let's get going. Oh, also, just so she's not like wigging out or anything, she sent me the original Photoshop file for this, and I just took the layers that I thought I needed, you know, to work from. So yeah, it looks different as always from the original version. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do one character first, and then I think the larger of the 2 characters, and then we're going to add the second one. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the whole piece a little bigger so I can see all the way down to the edges of the canvas. And I think I'm going to make that, I don't know, what does pink look like? Can I still see that? I can't even. That's too pink. Okay, well, I can just see it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we made it a little bit bigger. I'm saving it. Let's get to our brush. And let's flip it. Yeah, okay, good. Just scoping things out. So I think the first thing is this character wouldn't, the bigger of the 2 characters, would not be leaning back. She would, I'm assuming it's a girl because he's got the 2 days. She would, like, actually the position of her shoulders and head is correct, like where it's kind of going that way. What is that? But the curve of the chest is coming out this way, so it's a little awkward. What you would actually probably want to do is have her chest going this way. Her rib cage, I should say. And what this will also let you do is give you a little bit more lap room for this character down here. I'm just thinking. And also you would be able to see her arm. I'm not going to worry about the stuffed animals. They're fine. One second here. I'm just going to actually make this a little bit lighter. It's a little easier for me to see what I'm doing. Okay, and so just debating if this still looks a little awkward. And because I've done that, some things are going to have to get moved around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over her legs here and then just move them over. So let's go to a new layer real quick. This is kind of strange. I'm like trying to find her butt, but it's not here. So, oh, that dog. Don't worry, I still do this. I still like draw characters' body parts kind of like floating away from each other. which I need to stop doing, 'cause then... Ooh, look at that damn sexy leg. And then the other chicken honk, as we call them in my house. Be right there. I tell you what, I'm not really a leg girl, but I do like drawing a nice pair of legs. I think my queerness is showing a teens. Oh hell, I'd date a guy with legs like this. Like my husband, whoa. Okay, so... Sorry. Calf is kind of bothering me. Alright, so, and then... I'm not sure. That dog, did you just hear her sigh? She's so dead to me. Okie dokie. So those are a nice pair of meaty chicken honks. And what's kind of nice about all this is because they are where they are, because they're on their own layer, we can make them bigger or smaller or whatever. I'm going to actually make them a different color just to help keep everything organized. Oh my goodness. Ooh, sorry for yawning. My sleep schedule is so messed up right now. Now, normally characters probably, like, you probably wouldn't see somebody having their legs sort of like crooked up that high. But I kind of like it. I think it fits the character, so I'm not really going to mess with that too much. I'm just putting some white back here so I can kind of see what's going on. Okay. So let's see here. I want to scoot back just a teeny. So let's go to 35. I would say maybe we can make her legs just a bit larger. And so what that will do is, I think the edge of the bed is right... I'm just picking colors here. I think the edge of the bed is supposed to be under her. I think I'm drawing myself into a corner. Not sure the shape of this bed, so I'm just gonna kind of for now make it like one of those curved lovemaking beds. Alright. So, alright. One little thing I'm noticing is this would actually be connected just a little bit higher. I'm just kind of scribbling over parts that are supposed to kind of be in the background, like you're seeing through the figure. All right, so let's get going on the rest of the torso. We are gonna beat this out. So I'm like debating it. See, like I like how the arm in the original one is away from the torso. That adds sort of like a delicacy, like you know, like her arms just like sort of fluttering off. But because we've moved the torso around, we've bent it in the opposite direction. I'm thinking. What am I thinking? One second. I'm gonna do something here. Emmy, what are you doing? Not telling. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first with this arm, I think I'm gonna leave the top of the wrist as a landmark, and then I kind of just need to like not see the other one for like half a sec. So she has very elongated features. See, like on a normal person, your elbow is not quite past your waist, but these are like cartoon anatomy people, and that can sometimes change everything. I think that's a little better. And then what I'm going to do for the other arm is I'm just going to actually go over it here. Then I will move it as I see fit. So I would say bring the hand down. I'm just going to go over it like right as usual. I'm going to go over it in place and then move it where it should go, just so that I'm making sure that I'm touching on your anatomy like right where you had it. Yeah, so one thing, like real quick, I'm just going to go in like really fast so I can point this out. So you'll notice there's a long joint here and then a short joint here and then another long joint here. So what you end up getting is a finger that kind of looks like this. And hey, if you want fingers like that, psh, I'm like the last person who's going to stop you. But I don't think that's what you're going for. So, she's holding a needle. Let's do, I'm thinking here. Let's put these fingers sorry, I'm kind of like looking at my own hand trying to think what a good pose for this would be. Sort of wishing I would have grabbed a reference for this before I had started. So the thumb being there is actually going to change. I am really scribbling through this. I apologize. I just want to make sure that I touch on everything before I don't have any more time. That or this video is going to get split into multiple parts. So that pinky cannot be that long. It just can't, okay? That's the law. Yeah, that hand. This hand's gonna bother me, but I'm gonna have to just sort of deal with it. So there's the needle. I'm gonna come back to that hand at some point. But anyway, it would be a little lower and a little smaller. I think the biggest thing I noticed right away when I looked at this picture was that the hands are getting into dangerous Yahweh hand territory. Like, this hand here is like bigger than his whole head, basically. But maybe he's too small now that I'm looking at it. I'm wondering also if her head could be a little bigger to try to balance all these different proportions out. Let me see here. I think what's throwing me off is the fingers, probably. Alright, let's draw the breast-leans. This hand would be probably not facing the audience so dead on. Like, the fact that we can see all her knuckles, it would probably be more like this. Actually, unless you mean for her to be putting it, I think you do. I'm sorry, I'm being so dumb here. I'm also really hungry. I think you mean for it to be passing in front of the body, which is going to change some of what I think I did earlier. Which is fine, that's not a problem. I'm learning too. I'm just thinking. So if this is coming out in front of the body over here, this would actually all be a lot more compressed. So it would actually be like this, I think, is what you're trying to do. Like she's holding it in front of herself, right? And if that's the case, you would be seeing more of her knuckles. It's a complicated piece. I still don't think, though, that this would be so twisted. Like, I think that this would still be, like, down here. I'm just kind of arbitrarily moving fingers, not redrawing them. That's okay. So I think that would be more a pro for the feeling that you're trying to get. Okay, so let's go over her head. I'm not gonna adjust the, I kind of like the shape that it's built off of. It's sort of like an elongated shape. I think you see this a little more in like anime. It's kind of, yeah, I think elongated is the right sort of word. I hate to use the word egg-shaped, because sometimes that's like a bad thing when you have an egg-shaped head in art, but that, I don't know, I think that's the appropriate word, and I kind of like what's going on there. I will say, though, her head definitely needs to be bigger, because proportion-wise, with like her, well, I could have screwed up her breasts, I guess. I could have made them too big. Hold on. Hold on. And looking at the time, I think I am going to have to split this into 2 parts, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, and I think I'm definitely going to move this whole arm away from the body, so I'm going to do something like that. Something like that. Because I'm breaking this into 2 parts, when I come back, I will do a little bit more fluffing around with the hands and stuff. And in the interim, I'll go find refs and everything, because the hands are going to kind of bother me unless I fix them. Also, Yeah, definitely. I think that I need to do the hands. Oh my gosh, they're bothering me right now. I'm looking right at them. Stop it! Stop mocking me! Anyway, yeah, I think the hands add a lot to her femininity, and I think it's important to go over that. Her face looks great. I just think you should make it, you know, bigger to fit the body a little bit more. And so in part 2 of this, I'm going to do him and also correct his anatomy. Whoa! And I'm also going to clean up her hands and find better references to work from. And the clothing actually looks good for the most part. There's a few little things here and there, like right there, but that's not even going to exist in our version, so we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Alright, so part 2, we'll work on more anatomy. Again, thanks to FlamelessNight, who is now backwards. FlamelessNight.deviantart.com, and we'll be back for part 2 soon. Bye!